It's been a blessing. Just actually, I think it was a year ago yesterday that I committed to Ohio State, and it's crazy how much can happen in a year in the time of just training and then getting there in May and working out with Coach Mick, and then the season, and then the Senior Bowl, and now it's the NFL Combine, and just all my dreams are coming to fruition, and this is something I dreamed about as a little kid, so it's awesome.
How much of the decision to come to Ohio State is about standing at this podium a year later?
It definitely took a big part of that. A lot of their guys are able to come to something like this. We have 11 guys here this year, so I'm glad to be one of those 11 standing here.
How much do you think your draft stock improved last year since you transferred?
I'm not sure exactly. I definitely feel like it's helped me playing at Ohio State, but I was going to play ball regardless of where I was at. So.
Do you feel like you're a better player than you were a year ago, and why?
Oh yeah, I definitely feel like I'm a better player just because of maturity and just better understanding of the game, and just constantly working on different things that I needed to improve from 2018 to 2019, and that's a whole year of work to help me get better, for sure. There's always things you can always work on. You're never a finished product, but just staying lower consistently and keep my hands inside more consistent in both pass and run game.
When you think about what you did in the last year, changing teams, learning a new offense, fitting in a new group, and then you think about what you are going to be asked to do between now and training camp, is there a lot of similarities there?
Yeah, like learning different things. I've been through 5 offensive coordinators, so I can learn different things. We've been pro style spread, we've been through it all, so it shouldn't be too much of a transition. Besides, now we're getting paid to do the thing we love. So.
Has that helped you in meeting with coaches that you kind of already have a sense of what different coaching styles are like?
Yeah, for sure. It just shows my versatility and ability to adapt to different things.
What's your preparation been like going from the Senior Bowl to now getting to here?
Just getting ready for all the combine-specific drills, working on everything with my offensive line coach, John Stinchcomb, and Chip Smith down in Atlanta, and just getting ready for the X's and O's, doing board work, and just getting a better grasp of everything that comes with being at the NFL Combine.
What are the biggest things that those guys have taught you about just kind of offensive line play and becoming a better player?
Just like how everything in the league can kind of like translate. They just use different terminology for like protections and run calls, and then just being more efficient in how I use my steps and being more urgent in everything.
Jonah, what makes Chase Young so much?
That's just it's a different cat. It's the predator. He's a beast, and it's just not just his God-given ability and talent and everything on the field. He's just a hard worker in the weight room, great leader off the field, and just an overall guy that you'd want on your team, no matter where you were.
What was it like blocking for JK?
It was awesome. He's actually my roommate here at the Combine, and he's just a great dude. Being on the outside looking in, you see a guy like J.K. Dobbins, you kind of think like superstar, but he's a very humble guy, great leader, great work ethic. I remember one time in training camp, we're doing incline bench. Guys are sore. He's got like 335 when they're banging it out. I'm like, this little guy, he's a beast. He's a beast.
What kind of running back, whoever drafts him, what kind of running back is that team going to get?
They're getting a guy that's going to impact right away, make his presence felt, great leader, and just a ferocious competitor. And he's going to be nonstop until that whistle blows.
Does that help you?
Who'd you root for growing up?
I'm a local Philly guy, but I always had call myself a little bit of a bandwagon. I like Tom Brady here and there, and I also like Coach Reed down in Kansas City, so I always had support for them. But at this point, hey, I like whoever.
As a lineman, what do you like about Brady? It seems like
he's just a winner. That's what we all want to do. You want to win. So that's what that man does.
Does it help you?
JK change once you became a teammate of his? Did you have a different impression of him from the outside looking in?
Not really. I just didn't really know who he was. But once I got to meet him and get a better understanding of who he was, I was pretty cool knowing a guy like him and his status and his ability.
Does it help you relax and kind of settle into this process when you are rooming with JK and you have somebody there that you already know as you go through this?
Yeah, definitely. Just somebody to relate to, somebody you can constantly talk to that I've already been around. And it's just cool having him there as a fellow Buckeye and enjoying my time with him.
Do you feel like you're here representing both Ohio State and Rutgers?
For sure. I definitely, I graduated from Rutgers, so I'm an alumni there, and soon to be graduate of Ohio State in a year and a half, or however much longer it takes. But I'm definitely representing both the Scarlet Knights and the Buckeyes.
You still take in online classes and stuff at Ohio State?
No, I actually took this semester off just to train.
Here, I'm sure that he would like to see here. What would you want to say about his draft prospects as a potential problem?
You know, another guy that's a great leader, great work ethic, a guy that's a leader in the weight room, in the classroom, and on the field. And, you know, the guy's going to go to the echo of the whistle. And he's kind of helping instill different things in me and different understandings of the game. So he's definitely a great competitor and a guy that is willing to work, and he'll be a great professional football player for sure.
Do you see yourself more guard or center in the NFL? What have teams kind of talking about that?
I mean, teams have talked about both positions, but hey, wherever they need me, I'm ready to go. They need me at quarterback, tackle, I'll play whatever.
Have you thought about blocking for Brady?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. It'd definitely be. Block for anybody would be pretty cool, but Tom Brady would be pretty awesome.
Have you talked to the Patriots that you could use you?
I talked to him a little bit at the Senior Bowl, but I haven't had any informals or formals with them yet.
Why David still hasn't?
Say it again?
Talk to the Chiefs at all?
Yeah, I talked to the Chiefs.
Informal or
Informal.
what were they looking for, and what were you trying to emphasize in that?
You know, it's just the usual informal questions like the background information and like what's in it, like your family and all that, and like what are you looking for, and then just going over the different things and the X's and O's, but nothing too specific.
Wyatt Davis still has another year in Columbus at least. As somebody who plays a position, what makes Wyatt so good?
Man, he's special. He's definitely explosive. He's another ferocious competitor. That guy, he'll finish to the echo of the whistle. He kind of got me jealous a couple times because his knockdown looked better than mine. But, you know, he's a great player. He's a great player and a great dude.
Jonah, how athletic do you have to be to play offensive line?
Say that one more time.
How athletic do you have to be to play offensive line at Ohio State?
You got to be. We the best athletes on the field. You know, we 310 pounds, being able to move guys, run with guys who are linebackers, DBs, and you got to be able to bend. You got to be able to move, and it's definitely a position you need athleticism.
Is that something that's helped you in this process, knowing that you guys ran a lot of outside, you were not pulling, but getting to the outside a lot to maintain some blocks for JK, going around the end? Does that help you tell teams that you're athletic enough to play wherever?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely is. Was able to show off our athleticism and ability to get to the second level and sustain blocks and not just miss guys and guys juke you out. Sometimes that happens in alignment, but being able to show them our athleticism was definitely a big plus.
Being an interior guy, you had an opportunity to go against Devon. He's going to be here at the Combine. You know, just kind of scout Devon a little bit.
Devon, he's another workhorse guy that would just be nonstop. He's powerful. You seen him at the Senior Bowl, what he was doing to some people. I was like, hopefully we don't get a rep. I'm kidding. We actually got a rep against each other. But he's just another ferocious competitor, and he's a great guy, and he'll be a great fit for whatever team picks him up. Honestly, it might be better. It might be better than it was last year because the guys that are coming in were just as good and ready to play in case me and Brandon or somebody else was to go down. So I'm definitely excited for what's going on over there.
Do you think somebody...
Like a guy like Harry Miller, a true freshman, he comes in and he's, like 310, 315 now? I've seen the recent listing. You know, you don't get true freshmen like that. When I was a true freshman, I was playing left guard in a right guard stance. So it's kind of, you know, he's above the curve and a guy that's ready to go, and he'll definitely be here one day. Nick, another guy, just a great worker, and he's got everything you could ask for: an offensive tackle, the smarts, the strength, and everything. So I'm excited for the season ahead of them.
Are there any other guys at Ohio State right now that are under the radar on the offensive line that maybe people don't know about but they should?
Definitely like Enoch Vamaha, Ryan Jacoby. You guys already know about Dewan, Big Thanos, Harry, and Nick. And probably there's a new freshman, Paris Johnson. I heard he's doing pretty good, so excited to see them.
Jonah, who are you most similar to at the NFL level and why?
I'd say some athleticism. I like to compare myself to Jason Kelsey. You know, he's a little shorter guy like myself, not the biggest of the bunch, but you know, once he gets to that second level and gets out in space, there's nobody better than him. And my finishing ability and like just overall nastiness, I like to compare myself to Big Q, Quentin Nelson. I like him a lot, so I like to try and mold my game after him a little bit.
What was a moment you realized you could play at this level?
Probably like last year, once I realized my ability to hold up in pass protection, be an elite pass protector, and run blocker, and go against guys that are going to be in the NFL. Actually, in 2017, because I had to block a first-round draft pick, Vita Vea, so I'd say I had a pretty good game overall.
Jonah, have you met with the Patriots at all during this draft process?
Like I told one of the guys earlier, I only had a brief meeting with one of their scouts at the Senior Bowl, but I haven't had any informals or formals yet.
When you have brief meetings with teams, what do you sort of learn about those teams or even yourself?
I mean, we just talk about the usual stuff like the family, where you grew up and everything, and then just go over X's and O's and just different ways how they identify fronts and how they identify different schemes.
Two very different college careers, winning a lot at Ohio State, not winning very often.
Just be able to persevere, push through different things, and handling adversity. That's the number one thing that's going to happen in life, and you got adversity to always strike, and it's a matter of how you handle it. And I feel like I handled it pretty well, and going to Ohio State, I tell a lot of people that could have been one of the best decisions I've made in my 23 years of being alive, and I wouldn't change a thing.
Jonah, who was the toughest pass rusher you faced this year?
I like this one guy. He's from Miami, Ohio. His name's Doug Costin. He was pretty good. Pretty good player. I liked Windsor from Penn State. There's a lot of good guys that I played against.
Can you speak to A.J. Blazek's role in your development?
He's definitely a big-time part of what made me into the player I am today. He has a lot of the Iowa zone techniques. He got that from Coach Ferentz because he was under him for a while, and they had that from Coach Moore, Joe Moore. So being able to help me out in the run game with that aspect was definitely something that made me more comfortable in the zone scheme and being athletic as a lineman.
What was that Senior Bowl week like, working with a pro coaching staff?
It was awesome, being able to meet Coach Patricia, Coach Fraley. Coach Fraley was an Eagle guy, so being able to work with him was an honor, and just going under their tutelage and getting different tools to add to our box was pretty cool.
I always like hearing, what was your favorite block in college? It seems like every offensive lineman has one ready to recall.
I like the outside zone plays, just wide reaching a 3 technique, or going against over G front, or stretch to the open side, and just being able to dent on the down to 2 technique and then climbing up to the back and showing off the athleticism.
How about an individual block? You got one of that?
Yeah, wide reaching a 3 technique, going 1-on-1 in the trenches, outside zone. I like that.
KJ Austin and Ben have a bet for who's going to put up the best 40. You got who'd you put your money on?
I'm putting my money on Austin. We'll see. Hopefully all of them run a really good 40, but I think I got Austin in that one.
Jonah, have you met with the Steelers at all?
Huh?
You met with Pittsburgh at all?
Yeah, I met with Coach Surratt, I think it was Tuesday
Yeah.
or Monday.
Informal?
Informal, yeah, but we had a nice little meeting.
Came to Ohio State as a grad transfer, obviously. What do you think about the proposal to allow players to transfer?
I think it's definitely a good idea. It has its pluses and its minuses. Some guys are taking advantage of it, and some people are using it in the right way. I feel like if you graduate, or if you're in a situation where you're not going to be able to play, you can definitely use it. But if you're just leaving at the drop of a dime, I don't think it's in everybody's best interest.
So did you consider this at all last year instead of doing the grad transfer thing? Did you consider just trying to go to the NFL at that point? And if not, did you feel like there was still a year of growth or improvement that you needed to do at that point?
I mean, I had the junior pro day and everything, and I never really got a grade back, so I wasn't really sure. It was just mostly about the grad transfer, and definitely another year of development, and then being able to explore my option to go to Ohio State and help me develop in different aspects of the game and get some jewelry and some rings.
What was your year like with Coach Studd?
It was awesome. Coach Studd, he's definitely an offensive line guru, and he's been through it all. He's had a bunch of guys go to the next level, so being able to be under him and learn from him, especially in pass protection, a guy he's second to none in that aspect, so it was awesome.
Before you got there, he was kind of under heat the year before. The offensive line wasn't at that level before. What is it that makes him a coach that's able to take 5 guys and rebuild a line as quickly as he did?
Just his drive and his motivation to make us the best players possible, make our best better, and just his ability to motivate us and go out on Saturdays and just dominate. He's one of the best in the business.
Seems like he can feel the pain walls a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. He can get you ready to go to war.
In meeting with the different GMs and head coaches here, how much have they stressed position flexibility and being able to play both guard spots?
Yeah, everybody's talked about just being versatile, being able to play center, being able to play guard, and that makes you as a plus to your draft. So definitely told them I was able to play both positions, and I'm ready to go wherever they need me.
And how comfortable are you in those spots, those different spots?
I'm comfortable in all of them. During my offseason training, I've been working all 3 positions, so I can go wherever right away and start.
Jonah, do you have any conversations with your coaches?
Yeah, I actually did. I talked to talked to their offensive line coach. I talked to one of their scouts. They definitely said they liked what they saw on film when I put up there.
Was it a formal or informal?
Informal.
What have teams said they like about your game?
Just my ability to sustain blocks, being a finisher, being tough, being nasty, and then just being a leader, and helping guys out on and off the field, and changing the culture of things.
What do you see as your strengths?
I'd say on the field, just being able to stay in blocks, being nasty, being tough, being a prick, and then off the field, just being a leader. Giving guidance to young guys, older guys, and just helping out every way I can.
You mentioned being nasty twice.
Yeah.
How important is that to be a successful interior, in particular, offensive line?
Well, I mean, you going head to head every play, so you got to be nasty. You got to have a little something off in you. So it's definitely vital to be an interior offensive lineman.
Any meeting with the Bills formally?
No, I haven't had a formal meeting with the Bills.
How about JK? What can you tell us about his game?
Oh man, I can go on and on about that guy, but another guy, just big time competitor, relentless to the echo of the whistle, and he'll be a great fit wherever he goes.